Hola! How's everybody doing on this NFP Friday? Good morning. I legit just grabbed my mic out of this. Quite the way to start. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Well, what an NFP to start. I mean, DXY is in discount, fair value gap, and ES is back in its daily SIBI. So we basically disrespected bearish PD raise, right? Yesterday. And so it makes sense that we're back in this area. But anyway, today's stream is a special one because we are celebrating hitting 50K subscribers. And so to celebrate, I'm giving away 5 50K expert plans from My Funded Futures. For these accounts, there is no activation fee if you pass. So I will be putting out one Google form now. And then for the folks that will stay till the later parts of the stream, I'll be putting out another form so you get an extra entry. And basically it's been like that for the past couple of days, right? So if you were here like yesterday, you got an extra entry. And we'll be choosing at the end of the stream. So I'll get that started by putting out the Google form in a few minutes. How was everyone's day yesterday? Let me see the... It's like DXY, right? So we're like no longer in this daily FEG, we're in this discount of this leg. But it's not really, showing any willingness to come back up, so I'm not too keen on reversals to the downside today or anything. In fact, like if we close above this strongly, like we could potentially go higher from here. So we'll find out. Right, so I queue for buy side, and I hit it there. Alright, I'm gonna put out the Google form in like 2 minutes. Yeah, isn't that funny? All these, like, you know, rejection and then like failure to close below any of these lows was a big tell. Was it like basically that it's not going lower for now? And then just grind up. I think this was earnings yesterday. Yeah. Was it Apple earnings yesterday? Yeah. And then NFP. Okay. Settings. Only one limit per one response per person for this form. Will be a separate form later if you stick around to get another entry. So, giving away 5 My Funded Futures expert plan accounts. I like these because I personally use their expert plans because, you know, there's no consistency rule and there's no scaling rule. So it's very chill. You don't have to worry about the amount of trading days because it's like the amount of, it's just 14 calendar days, right? So you could actually just take as few or as many trades as you want, really, without the pressure of logging a certain amount of days. And that's my favorite thing about this firm, really, because, you know, trading's already difficult. So when you add like mandatory days, that's like another psychological barrier for sure. So helps alleviate that. And some people asked, okay, so I'm going to put out the form now. Hey, like, when's there going to be an expert plan promo? Did ask for you guys because they don't really do it often because they just want like responsible people doing that, like experienced people. So they did say, "Ooh, welcome to the it's someone's bagel member for 3 months." Great. I'll read that in a second. But they are having a promo for this month. If you haven't tried My Funded Futures yet, if you use the code Tanya Trades, then you'll actually get 30% off a expert plan account. Anyway, did I put the form? I'm putting the forms in the chat right now. I'm singing like humming some Taylor Swift. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Pretty good song. Okay, the link is in the chat right now. So let's see. Ooh, Mr. Tuesday Trader has been a member for 3 months. Thanks for being supportive. While ICT says NFP is a 2-stage move, I'm on alert for a move down. But I agree with what you said with FEG on the daily and the dollar. I think moves up. Yeah. I mean, like, we could retrace into these imbalances, but it's tricky. Like, you know, we have another imbalance up here, like a lot. We actually never... Did we get up to here? Like, this is not mitigated, right? Yeah, I'm more inclined to think because we have this huge... We have another, like, daily FEG up here. You know, NEQ is typically the stronger one, so... Yeah, and this is, like, some buy side. So let me, like, just do that on the daily. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Cozy Babe said she made $300 yesterday. Nice. Yeah, on this stream, honestly, we've had pretty nice win streak. I mean, I don't think it's been a win streak, but out of the last like 7 trades, 6 of them have been winners. Not to say that's not to say you should follow what I'm doing though. But it is nice. But it is funny how not much recognition for that, but if you have a little losing streak, there'll be ops lurking in the shadows. Daily FEG low. I inherited, you know, when ICT shouted me out, I inherited his ops too. And I'll mark out the midpoint. I'm queen of sandcastles, he destroys. You guys, you know, like when I was like, yo, I'm actually bad at influencer or whatever, bad content creator, like, yeah, I didn't check one of my emails for like until like yesterday. And like, yeah, Top Step had emailed me a few times about coming on their show. What do you guys think? Should I go? Have the chat vote, because yesterday, ooh, I got a little headache right now. That's wild. Okay. Let's do a little poll there. Let's see. Curious to see what the masses think. Yeah. All right, so we marked that out. You know, DXY is just like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, let's look at the smaller time frame, I guess. Ooh, wow, 500 people. Oh wow, it's already 1,600 people are here. Cool, cool, cool. So we did put out one Google form for the giveaway for the 50k subs. Thanks so much. And then we're also gonna put another one like around, say like 10 a.m. To give other people a chance. And then also, like, you know, if you're here at the beginning of the stream, then also you get like, that's your second entry. We're going to give away 5 50k expert My Fun of Futures accounts. There will be no activation fee if you pass that account. So take it seriously, right? Even if it's a giveaway. So it's NFP. Not for professionals, right? Da 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 da, my boy only breaks his favorite toys. Toys. Oh. Right? I don't know, man. Like, it's not looking bullish for at all. Like, there's no nearby short-term high. So, Like, I'll put an alert up here if we get back up there. Like, I don't know what to say. Not looking like today will provide that opportunity. So it looks like we could like literally go lower. Ba-da-da-da-da. ES back in this daily. FEG around like 50%. Took its buy side as well. Like, how do you think that this daily candle is going to close? It is NFP. It is more likely to be a large range candle, right? But like, we already made a large range on the daily to the upside, and I'm not really seeing anything to the downside right now. So it could potentially just close above this daily FEG on ES today. And then we'll have to just, probably look for higher prices. But if it just sweeps this today, if the close is kind of like this right now, still staying open-minded for like the 60-day lows down here in the future, right? But there's no indication right now of like continued sells, right? Like we're not breaking below lows with fair value gaps. Like, got bought up here and then inverted this. I remember being like, yeah, this day was Microsoft and Google earnings here. Yeah. Since then, yeah. If you're up, today's Capital Preservation Friday, like, and it's NFP, so if you're up for the week, they don't give back too much. Be careful and trade responsibly. I'm not sure if I'll find it something. Maybe at 10 a.m. there'll be some sort of reversal. I don't know, but I'm not really like going to put any pressure for that. Like, I think that's the best way to approach trading is like, you're like, okay, you come in with like the mindset that you actually are not going to take a trade unless like you see something good, like, and then helps filter quality, right? Have them side by side for a moment. Sometimes I am just like saying some stuff and I don't even see what the chat was saying. That I'm sure like they laughed at me saying ops or something. Let's see what the poll is for that, by the way. Okay, so it's 68% yes, 32% no. Okay, so the community seems like even yesterday seems to be in favor of collabs and such. Cool. Oh, actually, you guys, next week on Tuesday, I will be on Ninja Traders live stream after this stream, so around like 11. So that's actually pretty exciting, right? Pretty cool, because like I use their platform to trade, right? They actually sent me a little mug in the mail. So cute. Too cute. I love mugs. I have a billion mugs. Everybody is always commenting on which mug I have today. Every day. What if the MFF does not support the winner's country? Yeah, then you can't have the account, so I wouldn't join the giveaway then. Because futures is just banned in some countries, unfortunately, and a bunch of them because it's just more regulated that way. We end that poll. What do you guys think will happen at the open? Because we took the buy side. I still have this daily FEG for NQ. Above, right? And NQ is always like stronger. Like it's possible to come back up into here. It's like even this low, look at this low. This low kind of matches up with that. Right? So we broke these lows here without coming back into them, retesting them. So we're about 50 points away from that. Like watch like the morning just be like that. They're like just straight up like on the 5 or whatever. Like, okay. So it's tough. Like I said, like the daily is already like, if you're bullish, you know, already is expanded a lot in that direction. So, and look at all these like little, it took out yesterday's low, then was unable to stay below it. Then got back into the range, just fine. About 10 minutes until the open. I'm really not like, yeah. Not interested in engaging with price at the moment. Do we have 10 a.m. news? Okay, someone's asking for the, do you have to pay a monthly fee or activation fee if you actually pass it? After you pass an expert account, that's it. There's no more fees at all. Engano Kiprotich Dennis says, love your confidence and certainty. Tanya, be blessed for instilling hope in most of us. Thank you for blessing me, but I don't really think I'm like, I don't like certain, right? I think it's best to embrace uncertainty, right? That's probably the best thing to do. Do I need to sign up again? I've already signed up yesterday, or it's a more chances of winning type. It's a more chances of winning type. You will get another entry. Tanya, the MFF code is only for 5%. Okay, so wait until like 9:30 maybe. That's when they'll activate. And it's only if you're like a new user for them. Maybe you'll activate at 9:30. My bad. Started the stream earlier. Make sure you're doing expert account too. Okay. ES is up. Okay, so NQ is up 1.5%. ES is up 1%. And let's check the Forex Factory to make sure. Is there any other news? There is 10 a.m. news and 9:45 moderate, but 10 a.m. high impact. So I always like make my lines red then at that time. So there is a chance perhaps then for maybe a reversal at 10. I don't know. Silver bullet type of situation. did take like the buy side out, and we're not like closing above it. So like it could just like retrace into even just like this leg, like 50% of this leg or whatever. Or even, did it even take out did we take out London lows? At all? No, right? Possibilities are there. I don't know. But like, let me just visualize a daily candle at that point. Where's midnight open also? It's good to just have that open. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. Wait, midnight open is actually this. The open. This is the close. Okay. Gotta like just think of the possibilities. I think that's the low of the day, right? Yeah, so that's actually probably be looking for a lot there, so probably not. Midnight open. Pump and dump. You know what? Maybe. I'm not ruling that out. I literally started following like some very large Twitter account because they were pretty much tweeting like at this time they said the recession is here. And then over here they literally said the rally is just starting. So I'm like, hey, let me see their sentiment to sort of like fade them perhaps, or like take that into account. I don't know. Let me actually see what they're saying. I'm not gonna say which one it is. It's a very large account. I don't want to be too mean. And it's not a it's not an ICT trade or anything. It's just like a very large Twitter account. And I put on notification settings for that their tweets now. Okay, so they're like talking about like the data, which we don't really care exactly what the data was, right? But they're saying collapse of NFP data, wage deflation, unemployment rises, only 150K, 175K jobs added. Cut rates now, pal. We're all the way up here. So I guess we're gonna go higher. Yeah. You know. 2 minutes until the open. Is that, yeah, Robert Kiyosaki? You know, I like, that was one of the first like finance books I've read. I feel like, you know, that's actually a pretty good book, like for simple, very easy to read, some simple concepts out there. But like, yeah, his Twitter, like he's been calling a crash since like 2002. Like, you know, I do believe like he called on April, I was just looking at something funny that on April 17th, 2020, which is pretty much as like right after the bottom, he said that the crash has only started. So a lot of fear mongering with that one. Don't be like following any fear mongering accounts unless like you have the mental to withstand that. So we are reaching now towards this with no pullback, which is fine. Like I'll be fine with missing that. You know, I don't have a good record for NFP. You know, it's probably best I don't even take a trade here, but, you know, can watch it. Maybe, you know. But I don't have I think like the last 2 NFPs were losses. It is just a more wild type of day. It's often really not all day trend day type of thing, right? That's why it's difficult also. And today's May 3rd. Cool. Tomorrow's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. I think ICT says like if there's no FEG created right at the open, but he was like it'll be referred. Tanya is the #1 ASMR trader, says Sam. Do you focus on top-down analysis, starting entire time frames going down to get an understanding of direction? Yeah, I would say yes. And I think it's better to trade in the higher time frame, order flow. I think what you really need with the most basic things is you just look at swing highs, swing lows, and fair value gaps. Internal to external liquidity. Not even just looking at like inversions. Like inversions served for me here for price targets during FOMC. Swing high, swing lows, and fair value gaps. Whether we close above or below swing lows and swing highs or not is what I really look at. But you don't, I want to say like you don't need to do that every day. I do start on the weekly at the beginning of the week. Don't really look at it too much later. Like if you do it, you're pretty much fine. Like we are in a weekly SIBI for NQ. Like how do you guys think that this weekly candle is going to close is the real question here. Where is weekly open here? Like are we gonna green candle into this? You know, if we do, we have this wick for next week. Make this like a little different color. So at 10 a.m. we'll release another Google form. So if you're here at the start of the stream, you got 1 entry. If you were here yesterday, you got 1 entry also. And like if you're here later in a few 30 minutes, you'll get another entry. Just to reward people that actually stick around. You know, you'll get extra entries. Huh. This is the weekly open. My boy. Yeah, I think it's like kind of delayed, right? For the, yeah, it is a little bit delayed when they tell me, if someone donates, but that's good because like then, you know, if I miss it, if I'm like, you know, caught up in price action, that's why I have that little sound effect. I do think I want to change that sound effect to maybe saxophone or something later. Okay, for ES, where is the weekly open? Did we really like gap up there? Yeah, we did. I remember. Like that could possibly be a sensitive area. Okay, so let's watch these two. Yeah, that's where we open on Sunday. NQ, a bit stronger. You know, let's see what DXY is doing. Just coming back into that little 15-minute fair value gap that I marked out. So we'll see. We'll see if like this holds prices to go lower, even lower. But if it inverts it, then maybe a start of a market structure shift, but I wouldn't really look too deeply into it until like we break like the swing high of it and close above that. This is how I personally do. It's like I want a change in state of delivery if I'm going to count an inversion as a market structure shift personally, right? Which means I want to close above the down close candles and to create an order block. That's just my how I navigate price. Everyone does it differently. I'm just looking at like where's some more sell side on DXY? Is there more? Did we retrace already into this? I gotta go further back in time now. What am I thinking about? Okay. This was CPI. Yeah. CPI FEG, did we get there? I love now that like I can just look at a time and like know what event that was. Like I don't need to check. So did we get there? Yeah. Tapped it. You know, maybe this is the start of a DXY getting bought up and reversal. Who knows? Well, I mean, we'll know if there's close above, really. Okay. So, watching the indices in the meantime. Kind of just sitting around. Yeah, it's got back to weekly open. What am I? This is a daily fair value gap, yeah. Toughly. When I zoom out also, it's always like, you know, candlesticks are super small, but if you like zoom in, you don't really see anything to the left because we're above everything, so just gonna have it like this. Yes, definitely retracing more than NQ. How about YM? Right, I think this is a weekly SIBI for YM. What is that gap up? What the heck? The close. So there's a large RTH gap there, right? Oh, that's something to look at, actually. Always to look at that. It's like we could fill in the gap. You gotta do it from the close. So this is YM's. Right, because what was the... I was Apple earnings. Okay. I mean... It's the close. See for ES. I mean, yeah, could totally retrace more then. Then it makes this more, like, plausible. At 10 a.m. maybe. It's all a maybe because need structure to confirm. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what's the close here? It's like, ES is kind of messy. The close. Kind of want to just do it like that, and then I'll measure out fib. The open. I don't know if I snapped it right. It's open. 53. Okay. I just want to mark out the quartiles. So this is like set 20 when I marked out the gap in quartiles. So we did like come to 0.75 of it for now. See on Q. I don't think we retraced at all. Yeah, like I'm for sure not doing any podcast, like sit down on a couch type of interview anytime soon. I'm here right now just to trade. So I'll talk to Top Step later. See, maybe I'll just do maybe I'll trade with them one day, one of the days. That's more interesting anyway. Because I wanna hear about I don't know. Random stuff. Okay, the open here. The close here. To the open here. So I'll have that marked out, and then Q didn't really do anything. No retracement. So an ES came back to imbalance. Didn't retrace. Like it could get to here. But there's no entry for me, so it's okay. It's NFP. Let's see. What's ES cooking? Yeah, it's like sure came there. But like where's the entry? Nowhere. There's not like, you know. There's a short-term high here for me. The next short-term high is the high, so it's gonna be like that. Which is fine. Thank you for the donation, by the way, again, for the $5 donation. But yeah, you could probably look at like some of my older stream. I mean, like probably even yesterday's stream, like just the beginning, like how I approach the day. Like I do think about my daily bias, and just so you know, guys, like you could be wrong on your daily bias and make money. Like yesterday, literally shorted yesterday morning, made money because took it to like the gap low, the opening range gap low, and then got out, took my money and ran, and we ended up taking out yesterday's low even more and then reversing. You know, you can be part of the retracement, like trade the, and you might not even know you're doing that. Like I didn't know. You don't have to know every single move. And you're not going to be right every time. Quite the opposite. I mean, maybe not the opposite is losing every single time, but like You know what I mean? Oof. What a push up there. No, just freaking grind up there to the daily fair value gap low for NQ. She's a strong horse. We're up almost 2% of the day. Oh well. That's all I can say. Like, there's nothing for me to get involved with. It's only 9:45 as well. We have 10 a.m. high impact news, so we'll see. We'll see. But we already had expansion towards a draw. We already hit the draw on liquidity. Think about it. I'll think about it. And there's no short-term low nearby, right? For a structure shift, like it's just floop. Sound effects. Let's see, any questions in the meantime? One believes ya. What's that? Okay, so for the code for the expert plan, that is just for new users. So if you haven't tried out My Funded Futures, like I said, it's for new users, so it should be 30% off all month. For My Funded Futures, if you use the code Tanya Trades, you'll get always the highest discount, but then also resets are 10% off for everybody. Other than that, they're not no like crazy, nothing too crazy about in this price action right now. I'm watching DXY, and it is like just rejecting in this 15-minute FEG. It's pretty, it's, you know, the candle it's making. Let me see, top left monitor. You know, pretty weak here. It's not even at 50%, wicking here. You know, I kind of expect us to I don't have high expectations, essentially. I expect us to sort of like consolidate or go lower. Probably lower, right? What's a 4-hour gap look like there? Like, what's the midpoint of that? My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Okay. Not very helpful, not helpful. Not helpful. Like we tapped there and we wicked, so I can frame both sides there. But right now it's it is weak. Meaning like that like reversal trade idea right now, it's not really setting up the way I would want it to, according to my plan, right? So then there's no rush to enter anything really. So we took out this daily fair value gap low and into this imbalance. I am very interested though to see if we like tap this. What time is it right now? 9:49. Let's do some conspiracy theory stuff. Just joking. I'm just interested to see where these lows are. What time? 8:15. 8:30. 8:15. 12:45. It's this one. Where is this in the chart? Huh. Hmm. She's got so many lines on her chart. Yeah, but I delete I delete a good amount. I'll like draw something and then delete it. But then sometimes I'll delete things and they were like very valid for later. 12:55. Yeah, I'll stay just tuned into this, like. $20.25 to, what is this one? We have news in about 8 minutes. Really, it's not anything I'm so interested in because like the daily candle is already mostly formed to the upside. So how many like points is this on ES? 112 to like 46 points. Like we moved about 50 points then. That's pretty much how much ES typically will move on a large range day at least, right? Because it's already NQ's up about 2%, right? So I'm fine with missing the move to the upside because like it literally started the day off like up 1.5%, didn't give any sort of retracement nor entry. So, you know, you can miss a move, but you can also not, like there could also not have been a trade there. Like you missed a move, but you did not miss a trade, essentially. Because it's not your playbook, right? Pretty happy though that I'm like staying safe, capital preservation Friday. Okay. I don't know what to do. Nothing. There's nothing to do. If you don't know what to do, don't do anything. Yo, and a couple of people like left comments, a couple of different places about how like ICT mentioned me during one of his live streams like a couple weeks ago. I went and I watched it. And I was like, damn. He literally like bragged about playing mind games on me. Kind of hilarious, but kind of like, I don't know. Kind of makes me a little sad. I don't know. Don't think too much about it. He's just using you as an example. But he was just like, he was just like, sometimes you have to have conviction in your trade ideas And like sometimes I'll go into my students' lives and test them for this, and like I'll purposely say the opposite and reverse them. And I saw Tanya like be physically uncomfortable when I did that, and I could see how she physically changed or something, had a physical reaction. I'm like, oh well, yeah, I guess I did, but like you can't really change that, and it is tough. Can't control your physical like immediate reactions to things. I do have like lots of tells, like where I don't think I could play poker, for instance, right? Because people say my eyebrows are very expressive. And yeah. But like I got no credit for like actually there's been plenty of times I've actually stuck to my conviction and like had a winning trade, even though he literally said in one of my first streams that he was short and I was actually long. You can check it out. I think I pinned it on my Instagram. And my long ended up working out. It was pretty fun. But like if you choose the game, then you're gonna be the example sometimes. I'm totally fine with that. I actually don't really want like another shout out or something, because I just want to like grow steady. Slow and steady wins the race. But yeah, he's a good mentor nonetheless. Like he's emailed me a couple of times with some advice that was helpful. Yeah, so we dug into that low and we're just like not that low that it made. We're not respecting any bearish PD raise, so I wouldn't be surprised if we like hit CE of this on NQ. I don't know. You know, because DXY is still weak. What's up, Tanya Trades? Hi, Tanya Trades. Hi. Yep. And now we have someone saying talk about trading. I am, though. Sticking to your conviction on a trade is pretty important. Where is like ES even heading to? Like, is there... Can I even see like... No, not really. I don't really... I think like live streaming has helped me like really solidify my process for sure, but I think with some like definitely hinders my entries on some things, because sometimes I'll say I'm gonna do something and then I do it, and that's like a 15-second delay between me actually doing it, and so then I'll have like a worse fill or something. I don't know. It's still good. ES. Is ES like closing above this now? Yeah. There's literally 1 minute left in this 4-hour candle. We've created a well, it needs one more candle to make it a 4-hour fair value gap actually. But, you know, we have an hourly one. We're closing above this. What is this from? This is from, oh, this is the daily. I just, you know, I obviously I don't really see it going for here. Like I don't see any more targets for ES for today on the buy side really. Because we already moved how many points? It's 50 points. It would need another 50 points to get to there. So that's why I'm not really involved in the move on the upside. This is the 10 a.m. news right now. A strong candle to the upside. Why is it like, maybe because there's more people. Okay, maybe it is the 10 a.m. reversal. We'll find out. Shall find out. Shall we? Too many lines. This is the 5-minute. Just like, but like, where's the... Just wait. Just gotta wait. Yeah, I could probably tape read this on like the 30-second. Yeah, DXY is just like not, it's not like breaking structure at all. So let me see like 30-second. Then it should expand here by like 10-10, honestly. To these lows. I'm not in it right now just because I just don't feel comfortable. Not happening like super quick, you know. Because like it's like from here to here is already like 30, 40 points. If you don't get the right fill, you're in danger. So that hourly, DXY is not even like above a swing high either. So anyway, I'll continue to just tape read this and see if it ends up coming. Maybe like, yeah, perhaps down to 18. So we didn't even come back to the 75% the gap on NQ. Now maybe there is a silver bullet type entry. We'll find out. Isn't that funny? Check out like the entire run from like 9:30. Almost. This is the 9:30 low. So yeah, oftentimes NFP is not like doing trend days. Yeah, all I've seen is like this on the 30-second. It's pretty tough. I would probably put the stop. Have to put a 40-point stop or such on NFP. That's what like literally you have to, because there's such large ranges. So then you have to like reduce size if you end up trading NFP. And I didn't really take it. It didn't take out the sell side, so it's more sus now to me. It's making like equal lows, right? It's a bunch of lows now here. Three-minute fair value gap. Will it like reject from that? Maybe. It's like okay. See if it rejects from that. Right, because this is actually a change of state delivery here, because these two were the up close candles, closed below that with a fair value gap. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. You want it to deliver soon, actually. Tapped right in there. When everyone believes you, what's that like? Okay, let's see if it ends up coming here. Okay. Yeah, DXY is coming like pretty strong now. See if it comes down here. It's making equal lows, you know, so that's sus. Sus. Hit the like 9:30 low for sure. This should like deliver quickly, you know? It's because it's NFP. So let's stay on the 30-second. Let's see if it made another equal low here. See if it comes back up in here. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, I think I'm gonna try. Okay, it's 10:10 right now, actually. No. Maybe the 1050? I'll try. Trying a little bit of a short. If it closes above even like 50% of this, like I'm gonna just like close out real quick for a small loss because I don't want to get caught up in whatever it wants to do. So I'm in the short, but if it closes above, I'm getting out. Because I want like a quick, I want to be part of a quick delivery to here. It's at least here, right? The 930 low. We could also come, like I said, like all the way here. But like literally from here to here is like 30 points, which is pretty good. We'll see though. She's not going that quickly. She's making small body candles on the 30-second. Patience, right? Kind of. I'll be ready to close out when it does that. When it gets there. It's like I don't want to, but DXY is pretty good. It's like, it basically is now above 50% of that 15-minute fair value gap. It's like really not like the cleanest move lower. It's taking its sweet old time. You're late, Nasdaq, you're late. Okay. Okay, I'm out. Quick little scalpy scalp for $600 on 2 accounts there. Phew. W. W. On NFP. Woo! Woo! Legit call it. Legit, that's pretty nice. Said the lows were sus, I legit drew an arrow, so, and I said I was in. We got them W's in the house. Lit. Phew. TY. Okay, speaking of which, then. Right, let's put on my executions for all the, right? So this is what I mean by like, you know, it's like very difficult to then like for me to change screens, talk about it. But literally did say what I was going short. And then etc. So where is that? What am I doing? Yes. Yeah, here it is. Right? This is a 30-second chart window. That's my execution. Not bad for NFP. 10:15 alarm. The win streak continues for Tanya. Be careful though, she might get arrogant, right? Because when you have a win. I'm just joking. I'm not arrogant. I'm just like already quoting what people would say. Gotta beat him to it, right? Like how Eminem does it. Pretty fun in the sun. And I legit said, I was like, lows are sus. Okay, today we're using a little bit of slang, jargon. And I was like, if it closed above 50% of this, I was out. I was gonna I had my button on close all, flat and all. There we go. And as it was hitting here, I closed out. I pressed close, so. Random ass exit though, right? Anyway, I'm gonna be now putting out the Google form for the second round of submitting your name for the giveaway for 50k subs. Thanks for 50k. I appreciate everybody. So if you were here at the beginning, you got an extra entry. So now if you can fill it out again and get another entry, because they're separate forms that I'm doing, and I'm consolidating them together. But do not enter twice on the same form, or else you're gonna get disqualified. It's only for people that were around for past few days. If you were here like yesterday also, I had a Google form too, and you just get an extra entry. Weird, freaking random. I willed the market here. I'm just joking. Called up my market maker friends to finally give me a little favor, right? Don't tell ICT I trade NFP. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. You have to be subscribed to be eligible for this giveaway. What's up? What happened here? What's up, Yasir Nabil? What'd you say? Donated AED 25. Thank you for the donation. Can you make a video on how to navigate the trailing drawdown in Apex? Yeah. Let me look at the full question now from YouTube. Would it make sense to consider my take profit and stop loss both combined as my risk? Yeah, I think what you're saying means yes. But what I think, super important then, is take partials. I will literally take partials at like 1 hour at first for Apex. And then the rest at like whatever, typically 2 hour. And don't be afraid to take profit there, because like at the beginning, either that, right? Either that, or just size accordingly, and just be prepared for it to take a little bit longer, right? Because if you're in a little bit of a drawdown, then you have to size smaller. I cut my risk in half if I have like 2 or 3 losing trades in a row. Yeah, 2 losing trades in a row, basically cut my risk in half. So that is pretty important for Apex, and it's not easy. But once you get past the trailing, then you can just be fine. But like that is like basically the key thing, right? I think the key thing is a lot of people, they can't stop for the day, and they can't accept the loss on any prop firm, whether it's Top Step, My Fund, Futures, Apex, whatever. They can't stand like leaving the screen with a red P&L, so they'll keep trying like random trades or over leverage, like double the risk on the next one. That's really what kills accounts. Like my first payout when I had Apex, you know, as a fairly new trader, like 9 months into ICT. It took me 30 trading days to get there. So I would just say, like, at that point, just don't rush it. But I do put more emphasis on the first trade I take on any funded account. I always try to make sure it's a quality trade so that I'm not starting off in drawdown. So I make sure it checks off everything. Okay, let me show again on the DXY what I was talking about here. I was like, right at 10 a.m., I was like, okay, it's just wicking. It doesn't mean like it broke structure. But then this is essentially where I got in. You can check out what time I got into my shorts. I got into like 10:10, it says. So it was holding above, breaking above. It finally broke a swing high. And it was holding above, like, basically I was watching this 50%. So I gave it a go since those lows were sus. But pretty killer. Let me show that. Right there. Now hands up for me. I'm like, I'm done. I'm happy. Freaking one and done. Pretty choppy since then. No clean breaks of a low of FEG or any FEGs here. Right? No. So now we're 6 for 8 for the last 8 trades on this stream. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah. Let me get that Google form out. Tanya trades 50k subs. Oh, yo, did I even? In the last one, I don't even think I put the link to make an account at my funded futures. LOL. Did I? So to be eligible, you also have to, it's no purchase necessary, but you have to make a you have to have an account with my funded futures. No purchase necessary. You just have to sign up with your email, and that's how you will be rewarded. Must be subscribed. That is honestly wild that how choppy it's been, and I managed to be part of the leg that was not that choppy, right? I wasn't really in any sort of drawdown at any point, which was cool. I was part of this run, but this, I was like, yo, it should happen quick. It still took like a few minutes. 1, 2, 3 minutes. Which isn't bad for 30 points. Yeah. That's just a little trade review. So we're ending Friday on a pretty good note here on my stream. How's everyone doing? Capital Preservation Friday means like, don't be giving back gains on a Friday. See, I just took one contract there, and it was pretty stop loss, I would say, at worst case, like, I don't think one candle could have gone all the way back here, but at worst case it was that. But it was more looking at the close of the candle, and I had my button on like flat and all. You gotta have that open, because otherwise sometimes you gotta have your hand on flat and all if you're doing something like that, because sometimes you it will happen, and then you won't even follow what you said you would do. And then you end up like changing your stop and stuff. That's really bad. Never move your stop from where it was when you decided the trading plan. Meaning like, oh, if it had closed above this, then, and I said, oh, if it closes above 50%, I'd get out. Don't be like, oh, well, there's a swing high. No, like you said, low resistance liquidity run. So you don't want it to hang out here. But here, this is pretty choppy, honestly. See if it ends up coming to the second target. Someone should quote me like those lows are sus. I think that's kind of funny, right? Okay, first name, YouTube name. Right, so looking at DXY, yeah, pretty interesting how it's just completely inverted that fair value gap, which is to be anticipated a bit. That I was sort of like anticipating that, right, on DXY, because I was kind of long here. I mean short NQ, meaning thinking I thought DXY would go lower. I was just anticipating it just by it being back in the range, and so when we make a fair value gap, this might be a gem for those who listen. When there's a fair value gap right before sell side, and we took sell side, I'm never blindly taking that fair value gap for a continuation. I'm more so looking at it as a possible reversal / inversion, because I had just taken the sell side, and there's like low resistance, which means like lower highs here along the way. And so especially like at first it was rejecting, right, and it was wicking, and so like the second time it's in there, probably not going to hold up, because if it was low resistance and it broke a low of that, then typically it's going to just reject and continue. But whatever, backtest that if you want. Time to release the Google form. Okay, second round of Google form. For the giveaway, we're giving away 5 50K expert accounts from My Funded Futures in celebration of hitting 50K subs. Here we go, we're putting in the chat right now. Give you guys like, 15 minutes to fill it out. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that my exit was pretty good, and not really. I really love short, sweet, simple trades. Look at the short. I gotta be careful right now. Someone's gonna clip this weirdly. But like, during a macro, this was a little late. This was late. This was 10-10, but I said lows were sus, so I tried it anyway. But like, during a macro time, you want low resistance liquidity to happen. You want it to happen fast. So pretty nice when you're in a trade where you had like pretty much little to no drawdown, right? And then it goes to target, and then it's like you're chilling. Right now, I don't know what NQ wants to do. It's like, I don't really care. You get your piece of the pie and you get out, essentially. What else? 5 minutes, not clean. 3 minute. Yeah, essentially, I had called out also this. I don't know if anyone took this. The 3 minute FEG here, it came back into, immediately rejected. I wasn't fast enough for that one. Because stream, you know, as you're saying it, it happened really fast anyway. So I waited and it gave another retracement there. So that was it. Okay, let's see this Google form. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. Yeah, I should people are like asking me, Tanya, like, what'd you buy for yourself to treat yourself or whatever? Nothing, like it's business as usual, but I guess I should though, I don't know. I've said, and I will do this, I'm going to buy my dad a new car. That's what I'm gonna do. Mercedes or BMW, what do you guys think? It has to be one of those two. Those are the cars he likes. Put a poll up for that, why not? I actually asked him, I was like, what kind of car do you want? And he was just like, Tanya, what happened? He's just like joking. He's like, Tanya, did you win the lottery? I'm like, no. But years of, years of losses, years of everything is starting to pay off, which is nice. What was the other thing I was trying to say? Yeah, for treating myself. I don't know. I like experiences more. Maybe I go to a Knicks game. That would be fun. Let's go Knicks. Who watched a game yesterday? It's like 50-50 for the car too. Let's see, like, we'll mark out the 1050 to 1110 macro. And by the way, the giveaway form has been posted in the comments in the chat, but and the winners will be chosen at the end of the silver bullet macro from 1050 to 1110. Wasn't it funny, like, on the move up, I was chatting a little bit about whatever. ICT mentioning me on my live streams, and someone said, like, you talk about trading. Like, bro, I'm paying attention. Like, there's no trade. There was no trade for me on the way up. See, like, I was locked in. Hashtag locked in. May. Hashtag locked in. Okay, and plus, guess who got 2 hours of sleep last night? This girl right here. This girl right here. Okay, I struggle. I'm struggling. I only get like a good night of sleep every other night. Can you imagine how good I would be on a good night of sleep? Well, yesterday was an example. I'm not like a fan of any of this, really. Don't lose your shirt on NFP Friday. Oh no, do 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 do. It's time to make another tweet saying random. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, I do see the bullish side here and the bearish, so I'm not really. It's like ugly conditions here right now. Like we said, like, I personally still think we're gonna like end green on the day, right? I don't know. It doesn't really matter what I think, honestly. You don't have to know the whole day, but maybe. It's NFP Friday. It's May 3rd. Yeah, I went right into this hourly fair value gap. Just sort of where I had my take profit. Pretty good. See any questions? Shout out to Okay. Yeah, I've been trading for, it's going to be 4 years in June. I started trading in June 2020. But I started trading futures in March 2022. I started learning ICT in March 2022. Oh, someone said on Twitter, they replied, he said, you asked if anyone caught the 3-minute fair value gap on stream. Yay, someone did. Awesome. Right? This is what I count as change in state of delivery. Clean us on the 3. And create a fair value gap, just short in there. Take it to some sell side. And you're good. Yeah, I could do anything right now because, you know, DXY could just retrace in this. What it did right now is like invert that fair value gap on the 15. So on this, it did invert it. But now, you know, we can retrace within here. retrace to this thing, whatever. There's even this thing. This little imbalance. You know. So in the meantime, then indices, as it's retracing, indices can, you know, take out some buy side. All right. We're gonna start consolidating. Let's do like some questions and answers, honestly, because I'm finished with trading. And what in the meantime, while we consolidate the responses on the Google Forms of everybody that entered. Thank you so much for 50k subs. It's been a wild ride, honestly. I've been tested many times on this stream. Many times. Just in terms of conviction, in terms of being on Front Street, you know, being exposed to all elements. Just like give me like a moment of reflection. Yeah, pretty crazy, honestly. Like my face reveal video was in October. I did not think I would get 50k subs in like 7 months. That's really cool. So thanks, you know, everyone watching my journey, etc. The people stuck it out. The regulars here, my Bagel Club, shout out to Bagel Club. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, I'm just like reflecting for a minute. It's pretty crazy. Very difficult. I don't really recommend streaming to, you know, some people do ask, do you recommend it to add accountability? Yes. Added that and like having more of a strict process. But I would say, if you're unsure, if you don't have the confidence, it'll mess you up. It'll mess you up for sure. So, and I don't really need to, like, that's why sometimes I will just take a day off because I'm like, I don't need to. I like the flexibility, but, and I don't really, you know, it's free. So some days I legit just don't trade. Like, Mondays with no news before like high impact news drivers, that's definitely a no trade day for me. Like Monday, no news, and then Tuesday is CPI. Tanya's getting her nails done. Like, that's legit what happened. Look, pretty cute, right? Lavender. Okay, let's consolidate. And then in the meantime, maybe I'll put in some question, like the Q&A thing on here. So then we can maybe Mercedes won the poll. Okay. Putting in Q&A thing. It should like pop up in a second. Okay. Now I'm gonna consolidate all of these giveaways. Yeah, so it looks like we're heading for some, I don't know, buy side in the meantime as DXY is retracing. We don't need this anymore. This is what we used for this, and it was holding up for a bit, and now no. It's gonna be crazy if like 3 days in a row I catch the short to like legit like near low of day or whatever, and then you know, it reverses all and like just goes up the rest of the day. That would be kind of funny, personally. Okay. Guys, this is the #1 ASMR channel, ASMR trading channel on YouTube. Follow for more calming voiceovers. Do 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 do. Okay. I'm queen of sandcastles he destroys. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. Right, consolidated them all in one sheet. I'm watching price as well. Yeah, it is just pretty wild. Got out here. Took very little SSL, just the 930 low. Or I mean hourly fair value gap, I guess. It's still pretty small amount, but DXY is just now retracing into a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay. consolidating right now the 4 different Google Forms we put out the last couple days. Literally see someone that tried to be slick and entered twice on like one of the first days. So you're just gonna get disqualified, sadly. Because you're not supposed to twice on the same form. So, but they tried to be slick with 2 different emails. I am watching DXY still. Right? It's 10:50 now, actually. What is it right now? Top left here. I don't know. I mean, maybe this whole move up though is high resistance. Maybe it gets bought up there to go higher, and then like indices get rejected. I mean, we just had a I'm not interested right now, and because I don't know, booked 1 win. I'm pretty happy, but 9:50. I mean 10:50. Silver bullet hour. Maybe it gets here. Where's ES? There's just no like, okay, there's some SMT there. ES is a weaker sister. And people, those who are like new here, talk like that ask like, what's a macro? It's a period of time in which you anticipate a move to happen. This for here was 9:50 to 10:10. You can delete that though. Or a cleaner move to happen, and yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it's gonna do. Meaning like I might just go lower, no retracement. Like when I'm flipping through time frames, I'm always basically what I'm doing is like looking for like a clean break of a low of a fair value gap, or a clean fair value gap, right? Because like for example, this was a clean one on the 30, and you don't necessarily need the 30-second. I do, just because like I have the highest tier of trading view. But like, yeah, I mean, like if you don't have it and you don't see it, then you'll just miss the trade, and that's fine. So, you know, maybe some people watch because I put the 30-second up sometimes. Completely took out all this entire move up there for buy side, inverted this, you know, change state delivery. I wouldn't be surprised, since DXY is getting bought up. We'll announce the winners at 11:10 to give me some time for data cleaning, and also just watching price a little bit for during the silver bullet, right? It totally is like possible for, I don't know, a DXY to reverse from here in the coming days. It's in the discount of this range. It's being bought up so far. what I would like now, like indications of like bullish PD rays, which, would happen on, I would like it to happen on like the hourly and the 4-hour, but at first it happens on the lower time frame when the market structure shifts happen. We'll see. We'll see, and then like that will give me some sort of indication for indices in the coming days as well, based on how does like NQ, like how are you gonna close today is my question. If we served us well, if we like just wick this, we don't close above CE. By the way, did it hit CE? No. Gives us possibilities of going down again if we don't close above this swing high too. And on ES, what would that be? That would be here. How does it close today? Does it close above this or not? Okay, let's do some data cleaning. I guess a 2-minute here is pretty clean. And take this off, it rejected this again. It's not my favorite because, oh, here. No, because like this is really the order block that took liquidity. So it could come all the way back there. I don't know. I'll probably just mark out this. Where's like right now discount this range? Yeah. Like if I would think it could go here. I think this is 75%, I believe. Yeah, then this is sort of like the discount. We're in the silver bullet hour. The fair value gap was created. I mean, we're in the macro time. I won't enter it, but I'll just tape read it. Okay. Yeah, this isn't like on the lower time frame. That's not that clean here. Be happy I caught this. Gotta take a deep breath. I had like no sleep. When I make like a face like that, it means like it's not clean enough for me, so. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay. Do you guys hear like meowing? Okay, winners will be chosen in like 11:10. I have consolidated. So let's check out any questions and answers. Any questions? Any questions? Let's see. How do I even... Oh, there's a lot of questions. Okay. You working with CFDs, prop firms? Nope. I don't trade CFDs. I don't trade Forex. I don't trade crypto. Can you explain macros? Sure. So there's a macro every hour. The ones I like the most: 9:50 to 10:10 and 10:50 to 11:10. So this means that if there's liquidity and there's my model, and then my entries during that time, then it's pretty likely during that time that it'll play out, or more likely. And to me, I'm not really sure if ICT mentions this, so don't, quote me, but what I personally think about is that that's the last 10 minutes of the hour, of the hourly candle close, and the next 10 minutes of the hourly candle close. So that is often times where manipulation will occur, whether it's a manipulation for your trade to start and then break structure, or whether it's the manipulation for where you're taking profit, meaning like below the previous hour's low, like oftentimes, look at how the hourly candle forms. Oftentimes it's going to manipulate below the previous hour if it's bullish and such and so forth. So like if you actually want better entries and you're looking for something, then and it's like you can wait until maybe the next hour. Especially if it's in like a deep premium and such. Like if you're looking, for example, to buy and price at a deep premium and there's fair value gaps below and you're looking to get into the longs, that's just like an indicator, like stay patient, like probably, you know, there will be a retracement. Yeah. Super important. Because it's super important to stay patient, you guys. Because I've definitely blown up accounts where it's like no reason to do that, and then it actually ends up going in your favor, but like, oh, because you weren't patient with your entry, it's too late, you hit your daily loss limit or whatever, it's too bad, right? And what can you do now? Nothing. Like now, oh, guess what, now you're out of buying power for the day, or you don't have a different funded account, but now price is cleaner. Too bad. You could only take the clean trade on your eval or to pass the challenge, you know? That's just why I actually don't like to copy trade all the accounts at once. I'm never really doing that. Anyway, let's see any other questions before I choose the winner in 2 minutes. When you first learned this skill, how long did it take you to get it right? Made your first payout, right? It took me like 9 months. Yeah. And honestly, because I rushed the process. I was listening, I wasn't listening to ICT. I was just jumping into every eval, and trading every time, not just tape reading, not being patient. And that hinders your process, that hinders your confidence. Yeah. So you could actually, you know, I've made probably every single mistake possible. And it's okay to do that. People will make mistakes, but that's the story of me. I think people could do it probably shorter. But I do recommend like at least your first 3 months, no trades at all. Don't even press a button, don't even paper trade. Just read price, make your drawings, mark out price, backtest, look what happened every day, mark out the best trade of the day, etc. Okay. That's funny. Diego, Valencia, McLaren or Ferrari? Good question. I think McLaren. Because Ferrari is like, they're kind of pretentious, right? You can't add any modifications or anything, right? Huh, thanks for the love, Fatima. What do you think about next week? Very little news. When there's like no news, I then rely on the macros. Yeah, is it possible to combine Apex and TopStep Trade accounts for copy trading? Can't find a resource that says yes or no. Okay, I'll tell you. For Tradeovate, if you choose Tradeovate on both, no, because TopStep makes it so that if you choose Tradeovate for their account, you can't have another Tradeovate account at the same time on open on NinjaTrader. So the way I do it is I chose Rhythmic for TopStep and then Tradeovate everything else, and then I put it into the configurations, my Tradeovate credentials under NinjaTrader, and that's how you do that. Please, I just started my 150K funded account. What contract size should I use as a start? You know, don't go over 2 contracts, I would say. You know, 1 or 2. Mostly 1. Interesting that it made this a breakaway. So it ended up not retracing. I guess this was the breaker, I don't know. I don't really like it that much because it's not like it's such a prominent low for swing low for a breaker. So, as we can see here, it's like a pretty cleaner delivery during the macro times, right? Cleaner than the other stuff, at least according to, like, you know, my model, right? Like there was no entry here for anything. But for the 950 to 1010ish, I did enter at like 1010, 1011, got filled at 1013. Anyway, but not 1110 right now, and we just hit new low of day. We're about to though. See if it does at the end of this 20 seconds. And then it's time to do the giveaway. Woo! Nonetheless cleaner, and DXY is getting bought up in that 15-minute fair value gap I mentioned. So. This broke this flow pretty cleanly with an FEG. I wonder if this is just going to be like kind of like during this time, the little pullback and then back into back to sell side. Okay. So let's see how many entries we've had over the past few days. A lot. Okay, 1941. Okay. Let's do a random number generator. So, none. This. Who's ready? Who's ready for the giveaway? How fun. We're doing 5 My Fun Futures 50K expert plan accounts. Pretty cool because there's no activation fee if you pass, so you won't have to pay anything. And yeah, there's no consistency rule, no scaling rule, and payouts are every 14 calendar days since your like first trade. So let's do it. Put it on this screen. Okay. Let me just make sure it's showing well. Okay. What was it? 2 to 1941, I believe. Yeah. 2 to 1941. The first winner, 1372. Congrats, Jen. Okay, next winner. 1724. All right. 1724. Congrats, Nikolai. Miso Trade. Number 3. 1438. 1438. Congrats to Julian, JJ Trader. 460. Congrats to Leonardo Ruiz. 4491. Okay, last one. Last one, drum roll, please. 878. Congrats to Danielle. Sigma MMXM. Cool. Cool name. I like MMXMs. Nice. Congrats to the winners. It'll just be automatically added to your account with My Funded Futures. And I'll probably just email you when that's finished. Thanks for coming, everybody. My Funded Futures is, if you haven't checked them out, they are having a sale this month for new users. 30% off expert plans if you use code Tanya Trades. And again, like I said, I personally use their expert plans because there's no consistency rule, so then I can freedom to like make as much and not worry about any sort of 30%, 40%, 50% rule. And then also what I like is that after you get above the buffer, right, you can just withdraw as much as you want above the buffer, which is really good because then let's say you make 20K or something and the buffer on the 150K is like 4,500 or 4,600, then you can withdraw like what is it, like 15,600, 15,000 or $16,000. I can't even do math. I had 2 hours of sleep. Engineering major, engineering degree. So that's why I like them. But yeah, congrats to the winners. I always like to do a little bit giving back to the community. So we did a giveaway, and honestly, it's been a wild ride. We pretty much cleaned up on NFP, even though, it's not for professionals. It's not easy. So the trade was, for those who aren't here, simple. Internal fair value gap to external lows. And that was it. So I hope everyone has a good day. Don't stay safe, trade responsibly. We'll be back here on Tuesday, 9:15, right? Because I believe that Monday there is no. Let me see. Actually, let me also see if there's any more questions here. Congrats to these people. And why don't you draw the trade using long short position from TradingView, right? Great question. And I used to do this, but there is simply not enough time if I'm entering on a 30-second fair value gap. There's simply not enough time for me to do all of that and execute and manage a trade in front of thousands of people. And I also do not want people blindly copying my trades. So, simple question. How about a foo/bagel vlog? I have a vlog from the Eclipse vlog. Solar eclipse. Maybe I'll put it out soon. That's low-key funny. How to recognize non-trading days. Example, days when Tanya does her nails, aka Monday before CPI. And how to recognize low resistance liquidity runs. You have a checklist advice for this. I do have a checklist. I think you should check out the checklist exists in Trading Futures for Beginners video on my channel. And it's a slide called Avoiding Low Probability Conditions. All right. So that's it. Are you still gonna sell if it gets into FEG? No, I'm not. I'm done for the day. It's like, I'm done for the day. And let me see. Forex Factory. Yeah, Monday. There's no. Wait, is there news? Wow, next week. Yeah, barely any news. So I'll see you guys Tuesday, 9:15, and I'll be on Ninja Trader's live stream at like 11 a.m. after Tuesday stream. So stay safe. Don't be a degenerate today. Capital Preservation Friday. And I'll see you back here Tuesday.